we're kind of $3,500 off. I don't know if I can get you a $3,500 of equity. Hey, don't convince them not to sell it.
This isn't your classic Rolex, right? Classic is stainless steel.
Mint condition, literally in like perfect condition.
It's the rhodium dial date just, and we had a client who had requested for a bezel replacement.
85 plus or minus 2 or 3 years.
I have been working on a 5740 1G. So this is a Patek Philippe. It's about a $230,000 watch. I can't do 250. I don't have my margin there. This is obviously an authentic piece, you know, so I don't have any concerns. You know, it's just kind of standard just to look at everything. Look at the spacing between the E, the V. It looks slightly off, you know. And all of that looks good to me too. Yeah, so I know that we had discussed some numbers.
Yeah, I don't know what I want to do.
You're not really sure.
I'm not really sure. You can get me a Ghost. You want to do that?
Which one, the AP or the Rolex?
Rolex.
You know we just sold one?
I know.
Yeah.
That's all. I was like,
honestly, yeah, dude, you're like the fourth person to be like, hey, like, could you? Well, you didn't ask this, but like, could you match that? Yeah. And I'm like, I can't. Like, you know, sometimes we get stuff in for a good price and try to let it go for a good price, you know? I'm not here to try and gouge people, but it's also, it's turn and churn, you know? Try and get pieces in that we know that we can turn over pretty quickly. You know, James Cameron's obviously, it's a pretty easy watch to move with the DeepSeas. It takes the right buyer. I know that we had talked numbers and
I didn't like the number.
You didn't like the number. Which, so I told you 12.5 for it, right?
I think we're 13.5.
And, or did we go up to 13? I just saw 12.5 right there. Let me see.
Unless I just made that up, which is possible.
I said I might be able to make 13 work.
Oh, is that what it was?
That's what I said.
Okay.
Now, obviously, that's pretty tremendously different than what you had purchased.
Yeah.
I can't control that. I'm not trying to be insulting. I'm not gonna turn around and sell this for 17 if that's what you're thinking. Are you wanting to move this into another piece? I think we had discussed.
Maybe, yeah, I just, like I said, I don't know.
Okay.
But I told you I'd come by, so I wanted to come by.
No, 100%, yeah. So I think the best way for us to offset your losses here would be to get into another piece that you can be healthy in. Now that all depends if I can offer you a piece that you can be healthy in. You know, we did get a few pieces in. We got a Panda DAYTONA in, you know, got a Rootbeer in. I think some of that we had showed already. We haven't really ran our campaigns yet. I'm talking with a lot of people right now to get Snoopy in, another Starbucks in. We just sold it one. We're getting another one in though. Some Batgirls on Jubilee. So, I mean, is there anything that you have had your eye on?
The Batgirl is pretty sweet.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a potential.
I like that, that's good. So we have a 2021 and a 2023 coming in.
Okay.
If you want to trade this in for another piece, I could do 13.5.
Okay.
Yeah. So we can kind of offset by 500. We're kind of $3,500 off. I don't know if I can get you a $3,500 of equity.
What are they?
In something.
And I understand you got to turn profit. I mean,
sure.
That's what
yeah.
I have to turn profit. So what's the market on it?
So it's a 136660, and what I'm seeing brand new ones go for is roughly around 15.3, and that's wholesale. So let's say that someone came to me and said, hey, I need a James Cameron, I want it brand new, then obviously I would go in, I would source, see what I can get a brand new one from my network, and then I'd tack on like 8 to 10%.
Sure.
And then I'd cover shipping and all that. Our margins aren't astronomical all the time.
Sure.
But sometimes we have good margins though. Sometimes we make pretty good money. Yeah. But with pieces like this, that's just, no, not really. If I'm gonna be a buyer, not of a brand new one, but one that is pre-owned, it does devalue, which is fine. You know, that's normal. Watches are meant to be enjoyed, but I obviously have to be below wholesale in order for it to make sense.
Yeah.
If I'm at wholesale, that doesn't make any sense for me.
Yeah.
I wanna be safe and healthy in it. If I have to offload, I'll wholesale, make $500 maybe, something like that. So maybe a little bit more, possibly. This isn't as fast of a mover as the GMTs or some different sub variations,
Sure.
but I don't feel uncomfortable buying a James Cameron and trying to buy pretty healthy. So I'd be okay at 13.5 if we were going into another piece. So the 2023 is brand new. I can get it to you for 18. I would argue that's a 19.5 watch. No question about it. And a 2021 for you for 17. So we got about $1,000 gap there. I'm getting these in, and you're wanting to trade in. I want to make a margin here. I'll make my margin here. Makes you happy. And then hopefully you guys come back and you start sourcing watches from us for your company. So that's my goal at the end of the day.
Sure.
I do have them coming in, but I don't have them in yet.
Okay.
So
What's the price difference in a Batman and a grill?
typically you're going to see about $1,000 to $1,500 difference between a Jubilee and an Oyster.
The Jubilee looks good.
Jubilee is obviously more expensive. Everybody wants Jubilee. I prefer the Batman on Oyster, but I prefer the Pepsi on Jubilee. But I always change my mind on things. I don't know if that'll stay. Yeah, so.
When are those coming in?
I have one coming in. It's supposed to be coming in by the end of the week. And then that's for the new one. For the 2021, I need to double check on that.
Okay.
So either Friday or Thursday next week.
Yeah,
Okay.
so if the used one comes in
Yeah.
Friday, I'll come and see both of them.
Okay.
But if it's Tuesday, then we'll have to do Thursday.
Perfect.
If that's cool with you.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
I'll come back. I
Yeah.
know where you guys are.
Yeah, there we go. Anyways, this has been one of my favorites of
Yeah,
all
that looks
time.
good.
Yeah, the Olive Day-Date. That's a 2020 new card. I've been telling people 47.5.
Really?
I mean, that's a $50,000 watch. Look online. See if you can get a better price. I dare you.
It looks good. It's heavy.
But anyways, why don't we do this? 13, but 13.5 if we get into another piece, and you got the prices on the Batgirls, and then we'll see what we can do from there. You don't have to commit, but that's just where I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me think about it. I'll come back 100% because I want to see them.
Okay.
I want
Yeah,
to see
of course.
the watches.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want me to. I mean, I guess y'all could put the originals on it.
So I would. Yeah. This is more
Preference.
You customized it. It's kind of like customizing a car. Doesn't necessarily
Maybe
help.
a little more sporty.
Yeah,
I like that.
but I do like it though. I'm curious what y'all think about the James Cameron with the gradient blue to black, and then was complemented by the black and blue rubber bee strap right there. And rubber bee does make some pretty good stuff. I mean, that's pretty substantial, pretty thick and heavy. I don't think the watch dwarfs the band or anything like that. So I think it's a really good look.
Hit me up and I'll come back and.
I will keep you up to date. We'll see what we can do. Would obviously love to work with you and make something happen, man.
Appreciate that.
Cool. Absolutely.
I'll send the wire now, and then 29,600. Is the watch going out today?
Yes, I am.
That or?
I am going to be shipping as long as the wire goes through and everything is cleared.
Okay.
Watch will be shipped out today
Okay.
for tomorrow delivery.
Okay. In the next few minutes, I guess within the next 20 minutes, you will get the confirmation.
Cool.
And just send me a text, and then sometime in the next few weeks, I'm going to be in the area. So I want to pick up some more pieces.
Oh, that's fantastic. We'll be here.
I'll be
Excited.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll let you know, and we'll confirm it. Thank you, and
Yeah.
we'll go from there.
100%. Well, let's get this first transaction done and squared away, so you know how smooth the process is, and I think you'll be very, very happy. And then, looking forward to many more transactions with you. I'd love to take care of you.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yes, sir. Bye-bye.
So I'll be on the lookout for that wire, and then let's go ahead and get that watch. We can get it ready to ship out today. I got another guy coming around lunch, and then I gotta get other stuff done today. Like I need to get in the zone, and I need about 4 hours on the computer just to catch up on some things. Hey, sir.
Hey, what's happening,
How are you?
man? Good.
Hey, brother.
Picked this up earlier this year.
We just had another client in. He just left. We might have someone coming in to sell us an older day possibly,
Okay.
but
I'm not for another hour or two.
okay, cool,
I'm
man.
having second thoughts on selling it, by the way. This is my first one ever.
I know. I wasn't gonna say anything, but you were like, man, let's do it, move ahead. I'm like, all right, I guess he changed his
My
mind.
first one, so I might not.
Hey, don't convince him not to sell it. What are you doing? It's how we make money.
We can always get.
Kidding.
You can always get
always
these.
get these.
These are
Get
so.
another.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I'm giving you a hard time.
So the argument is, if people go, this isn't your classic Rolex, right? Classic is stainless steel. It's classic
Right.
Submariner. But I, for one,
That one is a 116613. We weren't sure if it was a 11 or a 12 when we were first talking. Yeah, yeah. Remember when I said between Swiss and made? I didn't even look at it. I just knew it's a.
I don't think it has it.
no,
It doesn't have that crown. So that's the easiest. Like there's other telltale signs. The lugs can be slimmer or thicker. The bracelet itself, obviously it's a 40 millimeter versus a 41, but instantly if you just want to go impress somebody and be like, is that a 41 or 40? Oh, that's a 40 millimeter. And they're like, how would you, like a millimeter difference, how would you know? Yeah.
So this is a 40, right?
40, yeah. All right, so talk to me about numbers. You're not wanting to move the piece since it was your first one? Is it sentimental?
Kinda. And you know, you see it, everybody has it, whatever. To me, it was the first one I got purchased.
How often are you wearing it?
I wear it often. Yeah. I just like how it goes well with everything, right?
Black and gold.
The black and gold.
Yeah.
And
That also goes well with the black and gold.
yeah. Yeah, you've seen that one, I think. No?
I don't think you were wearing
Bought
it.
this from my AD.
Yeah.
In April, the baguettes.
So this is a 228238 with the baguette dial, baguette markers, date,
Beautiful.
40 millimeter. If I were to guess, I believe go for roughly around, I want to say between 48 and 52, but I don't actually know.
When I look at that next to the olive dial, I'm liking the olive dial less. I love the olive dial. It's one of my favorites, that rose gold, but then, I don't know, that yellow gold and that black.
Yeah. Well, when I was standing next to you, I started to like my shoes a lot more than yours.
Yeah.
What do y'all think on do you like the olive with the rose, or would you prefer the black baguette, yellow gold? 228235 or 228238? Congrats. That's a really nice looking piece.
Yeah, I love it, man.
You're not sure if you want to get rid of the 116613, but you brought it in today.
I know, I just show it because I think it's pretty watching.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. And we've seen quite a few of those, but yeah.
You know?
We started at 10.5. I bumped it up to 11.
11.5, I think.
We always have this conversation. You always tack on $500.
Yeah.
You know what I'm gonna start doing, Mike? You know what I'm gonna start doing? I'm gonna tell you $500 less than what I actually want to pay, and then you'll bump it up $5.
Yeah. It's just, it's a sentimental thing, you know? It's the first watch that my dad saw. My dad passed away last year.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
And I said, Dad, I said, one of these days, you're gonna get one.
Yeah.
You're gonna get one. I was thinking of giving him that one or buying him like a DAYTONA or something.
Yeah.
And lost him.
Man.
Cirrhosis.
Dude. I'm so
sorry. Yeah. It's been about a year.
About a year. Yeah.
How old was he, if you don't?
63, dude.
That's so young. He was only 63?
He was old, dude.
This piece has some serious sentimental value.
Yeah, it's hard to let it go.
Yeah.
It's not really not about the number. I think the number's a good number.
As Josh says often, it's not going to make or break us, you know? We'd love to obviously help you out if you want to move it, but...
How old is your father?
Well, we're brothers.
Oh,
so,
you're brothers?
Yeah, we're brothers.
That's funny.
Brothers from another mother.
No, same mom.
Same mom, same dad.
Yeah.
I mean, I would hold on to it.
I'm gonna hold it.
Yeah.
And I told you I was gonna be here. I didn't want to.
Yeah, well, you're always welcome to come by.
I appreciate that, man. And I put it on, and I was like, man, it's hard to let it go, dude.
People that purchase Rolexes, whether it be their first or it's part of their collection, people admire them and they enjoy them, and then they make their own memories with the watches. Like, it's almost like the watches.
That's what it's about.
Yeah, the watches embody something
about.
a little bit more symbolic than just what they are. You know, people. My daughter's graduation, I put on a special watch for that. You know, you don't put on a special pair of underwear or a special pair of shoes. You know, you don't. But you put on a special watch. You put on So there's something that watches kind of transcend just the material, which is weird to say, but
We're sourcing a Patek for a gentleman his oldest daughter, his first wedding in their family, right?
So that's a good.
It's like
no, he wants to.
He was like, I want to purchase it to wear
Yeah.
for my. He's like, I'm talking like high horology. Like he's like nothing that I've ever bought before. He's like, I want to go to a different tier, and he's like, I'll buy that watch and I'll keep it forever.
Well, yeah. There's Patek Philippe's in the running. There's a a Longue Son in the running, and there's a Breguet in the running. And I don't, forgive me, I don't know the reference numbers.
I got hooked up with a dealer in Houston, and he sent me a couple of options.
A Longues?
None of them, yeah.
Yeah.
None of them were like, you know.
Just not really what you're looking for?
Yeah, but some cool ones.
Okay.
That one.
Yeah, that's neat.
Right. And then he had this one.
Got a moon phase on there, which is cool.
And then you had the basic one, which I think is really nice.
Yeah.
Super
What's
basic.
how much was that one? Do you know?
He wanted 23 for that one. Brand new.
Yeah, for me, if I'm
You
gonna
can get them for less.
Yeah.
Out here.
Right,
saying?
for sure. Yeah, I mean, if I'm gonna pay $23,000, I wouldn't want just a basic looking
No,
die like
something
that. Yeah.
40 for that one. But you
See, that one I like a lot more. Yeah, you got the date up top, you got the moon phase below.
Yeah.
That's a much more sleek looking dial. I think you might like this one. Okay, I don't have a price on it, but if you're interested, I could kind of dig. So someone offered this to me. This
What
is
is that?
This is a 41 millimeter. It's a Day
Wait a minute,
2
it's Spanish.
Spanish dial.
What? That's crazy.
There's not many of these out there. This is a pretty rare piece.
That is a rare piece.
So he threw this to me. He said, "Hey, if you have any Spanish speaking or Mexico enthusiasts,"
That's cool, dude.
and I was like, yeah, I've got a few clients that I could potentially, go and talk with. And I didn't even think to message you, and I should have messaged you. So I need to check on the details of this. So, but if you want, I could give you some details on this.
Day 2.
So it's a 41 millimeter. Yeah. Which I would say stay away from the 41s most of the time, unless it's a unique dial like this.
Are the indices green or is it gold? They look green there.
Honestly, I think it has a green outer lining, but I'm not entirely sure.
Oh, okay.
Frankly, I don't know a ton about this watch. I know it's a 218, 238. It's a yellow gold. I mean, we could kind of hit. Anyways, let me get details on it, and you can kind of do some research on it. I mean, if I don't know what I can get it for, we'll see.
Try to get it low.
Yeah, he sent it to me yesterday. The Spanish style. You just can't go wrong with that, man. I think it's awesome. So
It is.
anyways, we'll see.
All right, boys.
All right, rock and roll, dude.
Make it, but I'm just
Appreciate you coming by.
attached to it.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming and showing us what we can't have. Appreciate it.
Anytime, brother.
Yeah, man.
Anything else you don't want to sell, bring it on by.
Oh my God. That's too much fun. And we're not even drinking.
Yeah. Wait till we start drinking, man. Yeah. Take it easy.
Did you get my text message on kind of the next steps on how to move forward? Does everything sound good to you?
Yeah, it sounds good. I mean, I'll do this too, and then just hoping that in the future I can get like the root beer for a good deal.
Absolutely. I actually have a root beer in stock right now. My bro Mike just grabbed it for me to kind of look at. So yeah, so this one's a full set, mint condition, literally in like perfect condition. It looks incredible. 2021 was the new green card, so it's kind of everything that we want in a watch. Let me check my cost basis. Michael, what is the price of this on the website?
Give me 1 second. 19.5.
But I think on that one I probably do consignment.
Okay, I could give you two options and two different numbers. So do me a favor though, if you have photos, send me some pictures, and then also send me the reference number and the year. For those that I kind of want to know if it's complete, I want to know if it's got box papers.
For like kind of new or like kind of fresh.
Oh, okay. Well, so I mean, if you're gonna get new and fresh, you're gonna be well in the $21,000 range. Maybe minimum 21.5 is more likely. I'm selling this 2021. Again, it's a full set. I'm selling it for 19.5. I mean, it's a root beer for sub 20, and it's got everything. So, and again, I mean, no pressure. It's just you had mentioned a root beer, and I've got one for a really great price.
What do you want me to do? Just ship it out to you, or?
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do as soon as we get off the phone, I'm gonna create a fully insured shipping label. You can print it out on your end, and then cool. And then let me know about the root beer. Do a little bit of research, sleep on it. Let me know if you want, the 2021 for 19.5. If not, I always get different pieces in, and we could wait for a new one to come in, but you're gonna pay the premium. It's really just up to you. And send me pictures of that Grand Seiko and all that info, and I'll gather numbers for you.
Okay.
All right, brother. Appreciate it. We'll talk soon.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
We have this watch going out today. This is a 126334. It's the rhodium dial date just. And we had a client who had requested for a bezel replacement. So you had that smooth bezel that was on there. And we had that replacement done for him. So replaced it with a factory, Rolex OEM fluted bezel. I personally think that it looks 10 times better than it does just with a smooth bezel. So, and I'm sure the client will be very happy as well. Did you send him photos? Did he say, what did he say about it?
Oh, he's super ecstatic. Yeah, he's very, 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 very excited about it.
How much did that cost him, that bezel replacement? Was it $1,000?
$1,500.
$1,500.
Yeah, so it's white gold, and then he obviously gets to keep the original, but it makes the watch pop just much more. If you do end up doing a bezel replacement, I would argue it's not always worth the money. This guy he really wanted to do it, so I'm not going to argue with him. I gave him the numbers. I said, here's what we can be. He was willing to spend the $1,500, get the white gold bezel plus an extra link. That's stainless steel. But yeah, frankly, if you're interested in doing that, go right ahead. It's obviously a much, much better look. The card is not going to match the look of the watch, so it's very important you keep the original bezel. That way you don't devalue the watch.
The package deal now, if he ever wanted to resell it. And if we bought it from him, we'd basically, we might sell it like this, or we would restore it to its factory, settings, and then we would, factory settings, sorry. We would restore it to its factory set, and then we would go from there. But I think it looks a lot better, man.
I have been working on a 5740 1G. So this is a Patek Philippe. It's about a $230,000 watch. It's a white gold with a blue dial. It's how they come. And we had a discussion with someone that this is his grail piece, and he's got a vast collection. He's got a 6000V Tourbillon Vacheron. He's got a multiple Oyster Flex Daytonas, multiple Daytonas on bracelet. He's got multiple different types of APs, jumbos, this and that. So this is like his grail piece. It's one that he wants, it's one that he loves. He's got a price point that we can easily hit and easily make, 5 to 10 grand, but when it comes to pieces like this, the shipping costs a lot, the insurance costs a lot. If it goes through, he'll pay for our plane tickets, but we're going to be hand delivering the piece, and he's possibly going to be trading in some pieces. So frankly, 5 to 10,000 is just not worth it. For a piece like this, we want to aim for about a $20,000 profit. Gross, not net, gross profit. So if we're going to be aiming for that, I have about 4 on the hook right now. I reached out to some people individually. I put a call out within the groups, and I've been in discussion with a few dealers, and I've been getting some 2021s. Yeah, Michael's looking at one right now. What is that one? A 2021?
2021. It's complete. 201. I think you should reach back out to this guy.
Seriously?
201. That's about $10,000, $12,000 cheaper than other comps.
So I had a 2021 unworn, brand new, for
220.
For 220, and then another 2021 for 2022. So for 201, that is very cheap.
I say do it, man. It's absolutely, here, I'll show you the watch. It's absolutely beautiful watch.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay,
yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, yes.
No problem. So I wanted to give you a quick update. I took quite a bit of time to gather some numbers for you. I was able to get 4 different bids and 4 different quotes for the same watch, but we got some different years, we've got some different conditions, and so I wanted to talk those numbers with you and see if we can make something happen.
Okay.
So I have a 2021 that's brand new in box, and the estimate or the quote for that one is $240,000. I have a 2022 that is in very, very good condition for $241,000. I have a 2019 that's in very good condition. All of these are in very good condition. The 2019 might need a little bit of a polish. I would do that on the house. I would do it myself, make it look brand new. All these other ones look practically brand new. The 2019 I have for $218,000. And then I have a 2021 for $220,000. So
2021?
It's a 20, yeah. So we're talking a 2021 for a full set, almost brand new condition for $220,000. I think we're hitting some pretty good numbers though.
Yeah, the other two at the 240 is a little bit up there.
When I was quoted for a 21 that's brand new and the 2022, I was quoted high, so I've got to make my margin. But the 2019 I think is fair, but it is a 2019.
I'm still waiting for the other one to confirm that one. So you know what month is it and what conditions? It's good.
Condition is in phenomenal condition. I don't know the month. I can give you some more details if those little details matter to you.
That's the only one if I'm interested into that one because the price is a little bit okay for 220. It's not the best price, but I think it's reasonable for that one.
I think it's a great price. Honestly, I'm looking online. I'm seeing these get posted for $245 to $250.
I have the time, and I'm flying to UK to pick up the one for like 2021 for 203.
2021 for 203. That's in another country though, and you've got to fly out there, right?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's a little risky, you know. At least with this, you know, it's a much safer transaction. If you want to go that direction, feel free. I'm not trying to deter you, but
yeah, no, I know. Let's as I say, let me think over the 2021, the one you told me about the 220. If you can send me some pic and some like day, the month, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And, if we decide to go with it around like when you think you can like fly out, so
we would commit. We would overnight the AP at $23,000 for deposit. We would need to know where we're flying to and kind of how much for the round tickets, how much they would cost. Let's cross that bridge when we get there. But for now, I did just receive word, so it's a March 2021.
Oh, March 2021.
Yes, sir. And I can send you full pics.
Give me a day or two because I'm still waiting on the other one I just told you. I'm even confirm on the other one. If the other one I don't feel comfortable with the other one, I'll go with you.
Okay, is this for the one in England?
No. For the 2023. I prefer the 2023.
Oh, for the 2023. Oh, I see.
Yeah,
okay.
I got the 2023 for offer like $235. That's an awesome deal. That's why I try to go through with it.
I really want to do business with you. I want to take care of you. With that said, I think this 2021 is an absolute. I mean, if we're talking awesome deals, I think I'm throwing an awesome deal your way. Frankly, let me know.
If the 2021, if you do like 215, I made really interesting too. I'm gonna go with you and forget the other one.
I can't do 215. I don't have my margin there. I don't have it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay, man.
All right, brother.
No problem.
Thank you, Ian.
Okay. Yeah.
Bye bye.
Okay, bye.
So at 215, I'm sure we could get this price lower. Do you think? I wonder if we could get it for 195 and then meet in the middle at 218.
Also, I almost said 218. Let's do it. If you could commit to it. We were at South Lake eating lunch a few weeks back, and contrary to the public opinion that us going out and having lunch, networking with people being a bad idea, the opposite happened. We did not approach a gentleman. He approached us because he recognized us from YouTube, and he said, "I know you guys. I watch your content," and so we exchanged information. He came by our showroom a few weeks after that, and we talked to him about his collection. And he had then passed on our information to someone within his network. So, and then he passed on our information to this gentleman who's in the market for the 5740 1G. So it was just kind of like referral to referral to referral. And that's always a good thing, right? It wasn't just some rando that found us online and is reaching out, because when you get to these pieces and you do transacting at this level, you just have to be very careful that you're not getting caught off guard or scammed or anything like that.
So you can see here the roundness, which is typical on these pieces.
Yeah, I got that 90.
Just don't show his face.
93.
93.
93, yeah.
Wow, yeah.
And do you happen to know the year that your father got
one?
this one?
I got that one, he got that one in probably 85 plus or minus 2 or 3 years.
Yeah. When you sent the photos over, I thought it was a black dial, but it looks to be dark blue. Yeah. I cannot see the serial without taking the band off, so I'm going to pop the band off here. Oh yeah, look at all that dust in there. It's awesome.
Well, not just the serial. The reference number is going to be on one. The serial is going to be on the other. If it's been worn pretty tremendously, it may have rubbed off.
It's a 18038.
It's 18038. That's what we thought it was.
That's what we thought.
What's the goal with this watch? Were you wanting to potentially move it, sell it?
Potentially. I've got 2 young kids.
Yeah.
What's the point of having something that, for aesthetic purposes, I don't, it's not like he said, it's not the Pulp Fiction. I took this watch, I got to get that watch back.
Yeah.
This isn't that. My love for my father is not based off of that watch.
Right, exactly.
His love for me isn't because I have the watch and then he knows it's there. So
Right.
Right. So you have, obviously, none of the original papers or anything like that, or the original box. I know you said
I got the original
you had
box
a
for
box
this one.
for this one. Yeah, just keep that box with that watch. We buy watches without boxes. That's not an issue. But
And that bag, I had taken this watch into the Rolex building and got it serviced a couple years ago.
yeah, that's how basically when they give it back to you, they'll do a little something like this or whatever. We've got a couple old vintage Rolex sleeves like this. I don't know if this is the original crystal or not. It does have a crack, so it needs to be replaced either way. But the Cyclops for the date itself looks to be clouded, which again, I don't know if that's just because of the year and the age.
Probably hadn't been cleaned properly.
It might be that.
A decade and a half.
Yeah, it's not uncommon for aftermarket crystals to be clouded if they're not OEM.
He never would have done anything.
Had anything like that done to it.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's zero chance he would have.
Got it.
This is a 9 million. So being in 9 million, you're going to be 1987. There's no major cause for concerns. If we were to look at the movement, it probably needs a service. That's normal for this year. Arguably, this is probably a $10,000+ watch, but with service, with getting cleaned up, it doesn't have box and papers, but even then, that's our straightforward assessment. Could I see the bracelet?
Sure.
So you can see here the roundness, which is typical on these pieces, has been worn down to where it's much flatter over here. You can see that on all 3 outer and inner links. So this is pretty typical that you see this on this watch. So over time, the gold has rubbed off. So
Soft metal.
it's soft metal, yeah. And it's an old watch. It's an older watch.
So I think now that we've seen it in person, I think we give us a day to get into maybe give you a better narrowed down price point.
So thank you all very much. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, it was a pleasure. Hope this isn't the last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you decide, we'd love to do some business with you and take care of you.
Yeah, sounds good.